I don't think a creative decision has confused me more than the Zelda movie choosing to be in live action. I don't think that makes sense. This series just doesn't feel like something you'd want to be in live action. Like, you'd think this would be the one series in like all of the Nintendo catalog that they would definitely not want to be in live action, considering just how restrictive live action could be to something like the Zelda series, where you would have to either go all in on so many little things, like horses, weird birds, but I think the biggest tell is just gonna be in character designs, right? Because wouldn't it be super jarring to have just this twink run around, this green twink run around, and he's actually just like a straight up child or something? I don't know. That's a heck of an arm you've got there. That was a heck of a body you had there for a second. And what an eye. No one's ever been able to spot me in there before now. You obviously have mastery of the air. And now that we've established that you're quite the Wind Waker, let's see if you can handle this. Hey, time for fast travel. Beautiful. And now we've got our fast travel. Ballad of the Gales. Sick. Wow! In the hands of a Wind Waker like you, my adorable little cyclones will be as happy as they can be. If you need to move like the wind over the ocean deeps, just call on my cyclones. Well, I guess I'll head home for now. See you down the road. Goodbye, friend. What an asshole. But seriously, isn't it weird to choose to have this game series performed in live action, when there's so much more style and visual flair you can go with for like a 2D animated thing? Like, to an extent, I just can't see what value it has over being animated. I guess to me, I've always thought of the idea of a Zelda movie being kind of just a very fast-paced telling of a Zelda game. I've just always imagined the story being told I'll run it down very basically in my head, that I've had in my head for a long time. Link wakes up, small town, small village. Gets up, he gets his companion or not, either way works to me. And then, one way or another, he gets sent on the quest to go to, say, either Hyrule Castle or all of that. He makes his way across the land, and I would really like it to be primarily focused on his adventure. I want it to be an adventure movie above all else. And I think I would love for the movie to be focused primarily on Link's adventures, with a big lead up into Ganon and his evil doings and all that. Because I think it would just make for a good way to display Link's time as a hero, or just as an adventurer. Where we get kind of this second act, almost montage-like sequence of Link just helping people out, going to different places. I think Link being in live action will just have those kinds of scenes be a bit slower or just less visually entertaining. God damn it. Can I just oh. Damn. With the power you have now, you can neither lift nor destroy that stone. And yet, somewhere on this sea, the power to do so lies waiting for one to find it. You must seek it out. Time to adventure. Alright, boys. It really just doesn't seem like something live action could very faithfully accomplish. Like, I'm confident in the Zelda team being able to do good things with it. I just don't think it'll be as good if they didn't. I mean, it's kind of like doing math without a calculator, where yeah, you can do it, but it's not as easy. It's just not quite there, you know? Maybe I'm nuts. Like, I'm sure a live-action Zelda movie can do well. I'm just not sure it could be better than an animated version. Plus, I know it's controversial to say, but I do want Link to speak. Because I forgot to bring it up. I really did. But in this playthrough alone, we've already seen him speak. This Link has already spoken. Ocarina of Time Link very clearly speaks to Twilight Princess Link. Granted, you could reason that it's just all in like telepathic communications or whatever. But that feels like a bit of a cop-out for one. And two, I mean, Link has never had that ability before, so why would he have it now? It just bothers me. It bothers me to an extent, because Link being more stoic is not exactly a bad thing than just being mute. I don't know. Him being completely silent just feels like it would be an awkward choice, especially in live action. But at the same time, when it comes to live action, or just the Zelda series at large, it would also be incredibly weird for Link to have these monologues or these talks about heroism or something, or just having full conversations. I think in my head, I have this idea of Link rarely speaks. He doesn't dislike it, he just prefers to let other people do the talking. I don't know. It just never really struck me as something that Link would actively care about doing. Link being mostly silent, I do think is a good thing, but I also do fully believe that while Link should be mostly silent, I also think he needs to be, for the most part, still a character that speaks. Absolutely not like all the time, but wouldn't it just be weird? I don't know. Maybe I really am just nuts about it, where I feel like Link should talk, but not too much. I don't have the boots. I guess to me, Link is kind of a character that I believe should speak, but speaking shouldn't be something he does a lot. I really do want like a second act part of the movie where it's just Link's adventures, where you slowly get to see him grow. Maybe he starts out as a child or a young teenager, and we actually get to see him grow up into a young man or an older teen or something. Plus, I do think with the way the movie is discussed by Nintendo, they themselves make it really strange, because they talk about how they want it to feel like a Miyazaki movie, but then they don't animate it like a Miyazaki movie. Like, I understand trying to capture the feeling of a different medium and then translating it into another, but it just feels so strange to have a property that's never been realistic ever. The most realistic the series has ever gotten has been Twilight Princess, where their idea of normal was kind of misshapen people. Which is one way to take normal, but, you know, it's not a big deal. But really, like, every game has had its own unique, different style that wasn't realistic. It was always just itself. And I don't understand the idea of wanting to make it live action at all. Like, you take this series that's always been very inspired by either classic Japanese style art, or more modern Japanese art, or straight up Disney art, like in the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask era, and then you decide to translate its film variation to being live action? Something about that just doesn't add up. And I know I had my problems with the way the Super Mario Bros. Movie looked, which just, I don't know, there's something off-putting about it. But it was still visually very nice and distinct. It oddly enough feels like Nintendo just straight up saw the love like fan films would get online and thought that that would be what a lot of people wanted from the series, when really it was just a lot of just appreciation towards good fan work. Not exactly indicative to what every fan wants the series to be represented as. Like, I know personally, I remember I did kind of go a little nuts over those live action short films. Those are cool. But that's just kind of it. They're just cool. They're just neat. I really do want the movie to be done justice, because the Zelda series does mean a lot to me. It was my very first console games. It was my very first real love for gaming in general. I am just really on the fence about the series, though. I'm just really on the fence about the entire game series and its future, because I hope the best for it as much as I humanly can. And anytime I feel even just a little bit worried, it does send a small chill down my spine. And maybe they'll have some last second change before production really starts. But it is a little wild to think about how we basically already know it's gonna be live action, due to just Nintendo being stubborn, and they probably don't want to back down after they announce something. But I do really hope the movie comes out great. Whether animated or not, I do hope the series comes out great. I hope the series comes out with a win. Hello, friend. Goodbye, buddy. Whether or not I agree with the creative choices, I hope it's good. And I hope it's representative of the actual series and isn't some kind of mutation of the series. I really hope it's good. Because I will just be so sad if it's not. It will be one of my most crushing defeats ever. The Zelda movie not being good. Was that perfect? Oh my god, I'm brilliant. I'm the greatest player at this game you've ever seen. Oh my god. Oh, at least I have this. Hi. Oh, hello. Well. Well, that's just rude. Oh. Got him. Ow. That worked. Get out of here. That was nice. Good fight, buddy. Good fight. Got it. I'm the best. Hello, friends. Oh my. Yeah. Mighty fine boat you got there, bub. You must be searching for treasure on the seafloor too, aren't you? Nah. Thank you. Wii U gamepad, you say? That's an ancient relic. Bye.